And just in the past few minutes, Nexstar, the owner of dozens of ABC affiliate stations across the country, said they will not air Jimmy Kimmel Live, quote, for the foreseeable future, based on his monologue in the wake of the Charlie Kirk assassination.
Well, Brett, if there are two House members that want to make this about themselves, it's Ilhan Omar and Nancy Mace. I have said across this channel, I wrote an op-ed for Fox Digital that was published yesterday. We've got to tone down the rhetoric, obviously. I think folks on the left have to understand that this is following, obviously, the brutal assassination attempts on the former president, now current president, and, of course, Charlie Kirk, who I spent a lot of time on this network debating. And David Spunt just talked about statistics in terms of these studies with right-wing fueled or left-wing fueled attacks in this country. And I think what we need to do as the left, right, as a representative of the left, is acknowledge the pain and the hurt that many on the right are feeling, and not just say, okay, well, what about the House Speaker in Minnesota as an excuse, or Paul Pelosi? These also horrific attacks on people's lives and livelihoods, but understand the pain and the hurt to try and move past this situation.
Well said, Mary Katharine.
I mean, I think Jimmy Kimmel was lying to his audience. It was quite obvious.
He essentially said it was a MAGA shooter.
Right. Yes, he's wrong. He's spreading misinformation. I am surprised they're taking it off the air. Maybe put someone else in the seat for a couple of days and bench him.
This is affiliate ownership, so there are dozens of affiliates saying we're not going to run it.
And my only concern there would be there should not be any jawboning going on from the federal government to make that happen. We can point out with more speech that Jimmy Kimmel is totally wrong about that.
Quickly.
I think it's fair to expect consequences if you're lying about the assassination of Charlie Kirk or you're celebrating it.
Panel, thanks.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.